How's it going, guys? My name's James, and I'm the Con,
And I'm Bobby, also known as Bot.
and together we are. All right, guys, so let's start off with what I got for Decepticons this month. And technically, I didn't get this guy this month. I got it on the 31st of January. But since it's so close, I'm just going to include it in. So that is the Fans Project's Dino King. Now, I know this is a little bit smaller. Wait, what the hell's on my? Literally got dust on the thing. Wait, nope, that was okay. Let's start over. That's his shadow. Why does his shadow look? Okay, it's gonna be one of those days, isn't it? Start back over. All right, guys. Oh, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right, so here we go. We're starting off with what I got for Decepticons this month. And I started off the month with a bang. Now, I didn't technically start off this month. I technically ended last month because I got it on the 31st, but I don't care. I'm going to include it either which way. And the first one I got was Fans Project's Dino King. I think it's called Sorio or something like that. And now I really like this guy. I know it's kind of small, but I did a little bit of research into Dino King, and he is the smallest G1 combiner that was actually released. So I am perfectly okay with him being tiny. He's a tiny terror. And he actually fits in. I have a lot of the other Fans Projects and Make Toys combiners. I've got Computron, Menasor, and Defensor on display. And so I think he fits just right in. I like the beast modes, and I'm very happy to have him in my collection and to get him on sale. So, and the axe is really cool. So I really like this.
I like that axe.
All right, moving on. Let's just scoot him out of the way because he's so big. The next Decepticon, he's not really a Decepticon, but I'm going to include him in there, was the Nemesis or Dark Amber Leo Convoy, I think is what they're calling him. Now, this figure is also really cool. He has a little bit of a stability issues, mostly in the back ankles, but either which way, I really like what they did with this. In bot mode and lion mode, there's a little bit too many gaps for me. It's a little over engineered, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But I think this looks absolutely stunning, and he's going to go great with my other Nemesis Primes. So the last thing that I got. Okay. Told you, didn't I say he was unstable? And he just slid right back down there, and he's going to stay there for a little bit.
He didn't like you talking about him.
He didn't. But, you know, he's a bad guy, so I guess that kind of makes sense.
Retreat!
So the last thing that I actually got today, and that is Legacy Tarn. And I did not tell you about this. One of my family members got this for me today, and I'm very happy. So Eric, if you're watching, thank you. He is really cool. I can't wait to rip him open, and he actually looks better in person than I was expecting. I do have the MMC version, so MMC is going to be my masterpiece kind of Tarn, even though he's not that big, and this is going to be my Chug Tarn, so he's going to go with my other Chug Transformers. So he looks really good though, and I've heard a lot of good things about him, and I didn't know that he had a lot of clear red in his chest, which looks absolutely stunning. So I cannot wait to crack it open and see all the little bits and details about this.
Nice.
All right, and that ends what I got for Decepticons. It's kind of slow. So why don't we move on to what you got for Decepticons?
All right, let's do it. All right, so now let's take a look at my Decepticon collection here. Now, the first one I'm going to show is actually not going to reside in my collection. But this is a gift for my dear friend, the Con. In my area, there's laser beaks all over, and it's something that he was looking for and couldn't find. So I will be bringing this to TFCon LA for my dear friend.
Thank you, thank you. I only found one in stores, and it had its arm ripped off because of the windowless packaging.
Good job. That's crazy. I guess somebody needed an arm.
I guess so.
The second one, actually, if you're a fan of the channel and been following along with us, we started a new segment called Convince Me. And James convinced me. So I actually picked up Crankcase. The blue that he showed just popped to me, so I loved it. Thank you, James, for convincing me. This is now part of my collection as well.
I will consider that a win.
I think so. And now this is something that I was actually not planning to get, and for some reason something bit me and I decided to pick it up. And
Mm.
that's the Vans Hobby Armada Megatron, aka Meg Tyranno. So I did go ahead and pick this up. I'm also now in for their Galvatron. I was about to say Gravitron. Their Galvatron as well.
Mm.
And now my final Decepticon. I think this is going to shock you, James. And I do not normally collect these, but
What?
I saw it in store and I grabbed it. And so I now have a Unicron Pop.
Oh, you're opening up the door, I see.
I am not. I am not. I am not. I am not. I actually received a Optimus Prime Pop for Christmas, and I said I wasn't going to open that door, but I saw this in store, and I was just like, "Wow, that's really cool. Let me go ahead and grab it." So, yes, this is all my Decepticons, and I think I shocked you with the Unicron in particular.
Uh-huh, you did. That's one I was not expecting at all, for sure.
All right. Well, with that being said, now let's take a look at your Autobots, James.
Let's see what I got. All right, Bobby. Well, that was a great group of Decepticons. The first, he's a Maximal, but the first good guy I got was the Leo Legacy Leo Prime. Now, this actually really surprised me because I quite like this figure. It has some really interesting transformation elements, and for $30, it's actually a lot more stable than the Masterpiece version, which I give it a lot of props for.
Good guys
So
rule.
yes, exactly. And I still have it with the sword that if you watch the short, it comes from the Ryu from the Street Fighter 2-pack. But I quite enjoy this figure. So if you're on the fence with it, I know it's easier to find the turn. I would definitely pick it up. I think it's a great figure. And the second one I also got today, even though I bought it myself, and that's Legacy Metal Hawk right there. There he is. So I found this at a Target. It was really cool to find it. I wasn't expecting. I usually don't find things out in the Bay Area first. So I had to go pick up a second one to go ahead and bring that to TF um TF Con for Bobby. So we will both be getting this soon. I'm very happy to find it, and we'll can't wait to crack it open and see what it's like. It looks really cool. So that's all I got this month. It was like what you said, it was a rather slow month for Transformers, but I was also trying to hold the reins back for TFCon in a week and a half
I
as
know.
well.
Yeah.
So all right, well, that I think that's a good segue, since this is the first, the last Transformer, the Autobot you've gotten so this month. So let's go into what you got this month.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
All right, James. Nice Autobot collection there, and thank you again for my Metal Hawk.
You're welcome.
So let's talk about what February brought to me on the Autobot side. First thing will be Takara Trailbreaker, which I know you had some dislike about the chest. I actually am looking forward to comparing the Fans Toys and the X-Transbots together. I haven't done it yet, but the transformation on this guy was pretty cool, and I actually like it. So looking to do something a little bit more where we can actually compare.
Sounds good.
Next, I got Dark Knight Red Bull Sideswipe, and this is the black version. And this guy is really, really cool. And I was very surprised. I'm trying to debate if I'm going to keep him as an Autobot or if I'm going to make him a Decepticon or maybe just something in the middle. I don't know yet, but the joints are really, really tight on this guy, which is in a good way, and he feels really good. So very happy that I picked him up, and the transformation is really cool. How the horns actually slide into little holes in his chest that are covered. So I really, really like this guy.
Yeah, he looks great.
And then these actually just came today, which this may or may not shock you. First up is the Infinite Transformation Dinobot, which is a KO of the MP Dinobot. Now, I picked this up mainly because I got the Rat Trap last month, and I like the idea of him sitting on Rat Trap's back. I'm not in on Beast Wars still, so a KO made sense. And then adding to my Beast Wars would actually be the KO of Optimus Primal. And again, because I didn't really get into Beast Wars that much, I figured a KO would be okay to take up space on my shelf.
I'll be
I
selling
haven't
you on the
transformed.
rest of them later.
What's that?
I said I'll be selling you on the rest of them later.
Yeah, I haven't transformed him yet. I literally just took him out the box. And then finally, something that I've received last month but had issues with, and finally got my new one in, and that would be the Robosen trailer. And it's huge, so I can't even get him on the whole screen here. But let's see if I can take a. There we go. So I finally got it. It actually works. It actually turns on, which I was very upset with before because it didn't turn on. So good job to Robeson for getting this back out to me in a couple of weeks. And now my Optimus is actually complete.
Yay. I know you've been waiting for that for a while, so I'm glad you got it.
Yes, it was supposed to be delivered in December, so getting it in February does tick me off just a little bit, or a lot of bit. But now I have to figure out where I'm going to display them at. And that is it on my side for the Autobots.
Well, sounds good. You got quite a bit of stuff there for your bot collection.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to TFCon. I think this has been a slow month because there's probably going to be a lot of announcements and a lot of things coming out. Also, there was the delay because of Chinese New Year, so I think March and the rest of the months going forward should pick up hopefully.
Yes, we'll definitely see. We'll definitely see. It's going to be a quite interesting year, I think, for collecting Transformers in general.
I agree.
All right. Well, that's everything we got for February. I think it's clear that we're both looking forward to TFCon, and I think we're going to have a lot more to talk about next month, one way or the other.
Definitely, definitely. And so we should have a show before TFCon. So if anybody's planning on attending, please let us know. And once again, thanks for stopping by this channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, to all debates are won.
See you guys.